Y'all gonna act like y'all don't know what the edibles is.
Leave that in there. Leave that in there.
I swear I'm on my shit, I go retarded in this bitch. I swear it's all legit, she got me falling in this bitch. I'm so high, she got me flipping, got me walking with a limp. Edible so lit, got a nigga trip. I swear I'm on my shit, I go retarded in this bitch. I swear it's all legit, she got me falling in this bitch. I'm so high, she got me flipping, got me walking.
Edible Talk Podcast. I'm Baltimore Big Steve, man, and I'm here with a motherfucking legend, you feel me? A Baltimore legend. Baltimore legend, man. Tell him your name, bro.
Mark Carey, also known as Streets, Lord Baltimore LB, Street Legal Entertainment.
Street Legal, you see it all
Those
on
guys
the
in the
back.
background.
You see it all on the back, man. God damn. Alright, so look. I mean, you know, you started me in this shit, you know what I mean? And I say music when I say this shit, you know. Because some people don't know that I rap. Or used to.
Oh, you
Or still do. I don't know, because yesterday I felt like a rapper, bro. Like, yesterday I was like, yo, I should put this fucking album out. Then I'm like, because you can just wake up and do shit like that now. It's not like it used to be. You ain't got to do all of it. You can just put it out.
No doubt. No doubt.
You feel me? So I felt like putting it out yesterday, and then I was like, nah, I shouldn't. I said, nah, that's stupid.
Oh, nah, you got to do it.
That's stupid. And then, like,
and then,
you know, the worst part is, you know, I heard the new Lil Durk CD. Shout out to Durk.
Oh, yeah.
His fucking intro is exactly what I had in my head for mine, because it's called My Therapy. He has a therapy session as the intro. I'm like, God damn
You
it.
know, they say nothing new was under the sun, so.
But you know what they gonna say if I drop it like that. So I gotta think of some other shit. But anyway, back to you, bro. Like literally, man. How you get started in this whole music journey?
Wow. Man,
Yeah, I want to bring it back to the early days, bro.
The early days.
I know it was before me and shit, because you started me in this shit.
That was a minute ago. Yeah, that was back on 4-track cassette recorders. And,
Lord have mercy.
Yeah. The sampler just came out with a little push button. You can get 5 seconds on it and try to loop that joint.
Jeez.
You know, it was difficult. Very difficult.
This is the 80s, bro.
It was some time back, yeah. Some time
I
back.
mean, shit.
They're doing it,
Hey, look, Edible
80s
Talk
is about
Podcast.
right, yeah.
Edible Talk Podcast, we embrace our age, man. Because look,
you know.
I could have
You
been
can
gone.
see it.
A few months ago, I could have been gone. You feel me? So I embrace my age, fucking I'm an old nigga or I'm getting old.
No
but
doubt.
you know,
It's good to be here. It's good to be here.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, that was back. It was a lot different. You talking about late 80s, early 90s, where, you know, you can think our first record we did was me and Sonny Brown.
Okay.
We went up to
I gotta get him on the show.
yeah, what was it? Chuck Max and Frank Ski.
God damn.
Yeah, on 1360 EVB.
Jesus
They had
Christ.
to make it or break it. And see,
God
back
damn.
then, the distribution was different than it is now. You know,
Hell
it was
yeah,
forced
it's
me to have
different.
that,
Lord have
that
mercy.
thing jumping off.
See
like
how
that.
much it changed since I've been in the shit.
So what you could do, you know, like in every state, in
Yeah.
major cities,
Uh-huh.
you had a distributor.
Right.
So, you know, if you wanted to get something in Philly, you had to deal with somebody up there.
Mm.
In Baltimore, you had to deal with, there was JEK up here back in, like the 80s, 90s. So you can go up, literally went up to Philly and bought some instrumentals, you know what I'm saying, the B-sides. I think it was a Roxanne Shante record or something. Took the instrumental,
I had a show
flipped
with
it.
her. And they was mad at me because I ain't know none of our records.
See, that was before your time, but yeah, she's hot.
You know, man, I told her, I say, come on, baby, you know the age, come on now.
Yeah, it was popping up there, but it didn't get here yet. So, you know, we did a little bit of instrumental, ran it, you know, and got on the Make It or Break It. Frank Ski, thank you, brother, played our first record, you know, which was, doing it big.
Yeah, I see him out there. I see him. God
that's goals right there. You know what I'm saying? Made it happen, but yes, they've been doing it ever since then. So It's good.
Sheesh, man. So I mean, like, what literally gave you the passion to even start?
Oh man, a combination of loving music and not being able to afford studio time. You know what I'm saying?
So you started as like an artist?
I used to spit a little bit.
Uh-huh.
You know, definitely did. You know, did some shows and things like that.
Okay.
But you know, it wasn't as easy as it was. You know, now you can get a computer, a laptop, you got a whole studio.
Real shit, we was just talking about that.
Oh yeah. Back then, you had to go to somebody that had a studio and dropped $100,000 in it.
Sheesh.
You know, and so the studio time was expensive. You know, they were working off a tape. You had, you know, not just the studio time, you had to buy reels, you know, to record on. It was just mad expensive.
My people in New Orleans was telling me about that.
Man.
Because, you know, like, the music sounded crazy to me because, like, you know, these niggas sold 50, 100,000 copies, but it kind of sounded like a karaoke machine. I ain't never said that to them and shit, and that's why I'm not saying their name. But you know what I'm saying? But they told me they was like we recorded it. And, damn, I want to say that. I want to name drop like a bitch because these ain't little niggas. You hear me? But anyway, yeah, he was like they did they did it on the real in such and such kitchen and shit. And I'm like, such and such is a fucking millionaire now. That's fucking crazy.
Hey, you know, it starts somewhere.
Like, that's crazy.
It starts somewhere. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
That's how it was. I mean, I remember being in college and selling the books and everything, and just to go get some studio time for 3 hours. You know, driving back to Baltimore from Virginia. You know, we did our little first studio time. I had a Radio Shack mixer. Back in the day, you could buy your mixers at Radio Shack, the Geminis and stuff like that. We had that. Sonny had his BSR turntable. You know, just cutting on that and whatnot.
Radio Shack mixer.
I had a DX drum machine I got from the pawn shop. Like, we literally sold everything we had just to get that one drum machine to have one kick, one snare, one tom, one shaker. You know what I'm saying? This big, like 5 little levers on that joint. You know, 5 little buttons, and that was it. You know, that was the beginnings of the drum machines. So, you know, we did that, and yeah, whatever we had to do to get in the studio for 1 or 2 hours, that's what we do. And I was like, you know what? I can't keep this up. You know what I'm saying? So
you was a rapper and a singer?
Oh, I didn't sing, man. I don't know.
I remember you doing vocals on one of them records. And
Well,
I'm like,
you know
God
what?
damn, I said, Mark, you can do that?
Yeah, I did.
He's like, I do it on the low.
Well, you know what? No, I will take that back because when Parts Unknown, the PX album,
yeah.
you know, when splices, you'll hear me in the background doing some
I was
stuff,
like,
a couple hooks here and
damn,
there,
okay.
but you know, nothing too serious. I was
Yeah,
always,
look, you ain't put featuring on that motherfucker.
No.
And I mean, like, y'all only in one nigga's ass.
I've always been a background dude. You know what I mean? I play the background.
Right.
But yeah, man, that's how we got started with that, and then I moved up to like the rolling hard disk recorder, the VS 880s. You know what I'm saying? You had like 8 tracks you can play off of that.
Sheesh.
And then when the computers came in, it was wide open. You know,
Right.
so I was like, okay, we can get a
Changed
little
the
bit
game, didn't
of man. That was it. From
God
that point on,
damn.
it's just hey, we're good now. So
So when you changed from being an honest to an engineer, like when did you make that switch?
you know, it was kind of out of necessity. I was actually doing production. I did all the production, and I made out pretty good. My first couple of years, I did way back. It was Ep34.com. That was a website that came out with SoundCloud. That's right around that time they first dropped. And I was doing beats, and I had this online CD. You could upload your stuff, and just like you do now.
Right.
And I had a joint. I made my little covers and whatnot, and I had 3 little albums like Lord Baltimore's Beats to Go. And what I did was nobody was really giving out tracks.
Right.
So I said, all right, I'm going to take these tracks, I'm going to put them online, and I'm going to give them away for free. Just give me some credit, when you use them.
Right.
And they took off. I had one in the hip hop category. It was like the #1 joint for months. And it literally, I was paying my mortgage off of that.
God damn.
Yeah, I was getting good money off it. That was back when you could make a little more money off the downloads, not like now. You know, it was still less than a penny.
It was like SoundClick.
Yeah.
I remember SoundClick.
That's what it was, a SoundClick. That's what it was.
Oh, it was SoundClick? Yeah, because I remember that shit back in the day. I got so many beats off that motherfucker.
That's what it was, yeah. So then I started getting all these calls from these labels.
Right.
And I was like, okay. It's like, yeah, send us some tracks. We caught you online and everything. So I had one guy was calling me from Sony. He was the vice president at the time. He's like, yeah, send me some beats. So I said, all right, you know, I sent like 10 tracks.
Right.
And it was, of course, I was using a keyboard with a sampler on it, playing live bass and all that stuff, and playing out everything because I really didn't have the samples. So, you know, I was doing all that. It took a lot of time. I ended up recording on a cassette tape. You know, I didn't even have the DVD, CD stuff yet.
Yeah, yeah.
So I sent it in because it was just a long process. He was like, yeah, okay. I like it. Can you send some more? So I'm like, all right. I send a couple more. So, you know, it takes time to do this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm doing it, like I said, playing everything out. And he's like, yeah, we got some. Did you get them? Yeah, we got them. Can you send me some more? It's like, I got, you know, these 2 artists that I'm working on some pop stuff. So I need some beats for them. It's like, okay. All right. So I hung up the phone. I was like, man, I'm tired of doing all this stuff. I sent my man 20 tracks. And, you know, he's still saying, yeah, I want some pop artist stuff. And I'm like, I ain't do pop.
Yeah, they keep running.
I didn't do it. He told me the names. I was like, man, that didn't even sound right. I'm like, okay, whatever.
He kept running.
But then, you know, about 6 months later, I see him on MTV. It was B2K. I said, God damn.
That's the hardest he wanted beats for.
Yeah, beats with B2K and Anastasia. It was like, wow.
Damn,
I'm just looking like, yeah, I had all.
But I mean, that's how it is. You know, when you working with people in the industry, because I mean, like half the time it's a lot of bullshit going on. Because I mean, like I even had like I think it's on Instagram and shit, just like my face as the motherfucker, because I had him on Bluetooth. He was just, you know, talking all that blah, 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 blah shit. And I'm just like, I do not hear a check being cut. Like, why the fuck is we talking about all this bullshit? Like, we making this shit happen or not? You feel me?
That's, you know, you
like, that's
right
the way I
now.
feel. We making it happen or not? Like, the fuck is going on this shit? This nigga talking about everything but money going in my pocket.
Man, I got you. It happened again. I was like, I hooked up with Motown. And, you know, through one of the managers up there, he was like, yeah, I need some remixes for a couple of artists. They sent me the acapellas. I think it was for India.Arie. Sent me an acapella for, who else was it? It was one of the Winans. BB Winans and somebody else. I was like, all right, you know, I'm going to hook this up. So I made some tracks, you know.
Yeah.
Did the remixes, sent it out. I was like, yeah, they're hot. They're great. They're great. Yeah. But what I didn't know is that they straight white labeled all this stuff. Sent them over Europe. I never saw $1 off anything. I was like, you know what?
That shit happened to me.
This is killing me. I said, I got it. I need to just work with my own artists. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm going to start doing some mixing.
Right, yeah.
You know what I mean? And just learn.
So what year was that? What year did you actually open the studio?
I think it was about, I was working out in my basement for a hot minute.
Yeah, I know.
That was,
you know I know.
Yeah, it was in the early 90s.
Early
90s. About like
90,
95, maybe.
95, okay.
Something like that. 93, 94, somewhere around that time. And yeah, it was different. Everybody thought I was hustling out of my house because I had so many people coming in, coming out.
At the end of the day, it is hustling.
I mean,
at the end of the day.
But I just remember, you know, one of my neighbors.
They just figured it's something illegal.
Yeah, they gave me this like crazy look, you know, when I come outside, which wasn't that often.
Yeah.
You know, you just try to get your hustle on and whatnot.
Right.
And then, who was it? I think it might have been somebody pulled up in one of these energy drink trucks and whatnot. From 90, it was 92 Cube. One of the 92 Cube trucks came up.
So that had to be 2000 because I don't really see me a fucking energy drink in the 90s except for bulk cola.
Right?
Like, why I sound like the oldest nigga on earth right now? Like, yeah, you remember bulk cola, yo?
They're old.
You told
Did you remember that shit? Bulk cola? Damn, yo, that shit was in like every corner store. That shit was nasty as fuck.
Yeah, yo. But it wasn't until they pulled up to the house, they were like, oh, you really are doing something for real. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know. I had to just validate myself to the neighbors.
Right.
But you know, at that point, they were like, yeah, you know, my cousin rap, my uncle rap, I got a friend. I'm like, oh.
That's what they are, yeah.
It was different.
It was like that when the first game came out. This shit, everybody fucking rap. But nobody, that's what I was just saying to him. I was like, it was just so like, look, this ain't in the 90s. This was like, what, 2003? And like, you know, I'm writing this shit. I'm looking serious as a bitch writing to this shit. And they like, you ain't really gonna record it. Like, where you gonna record it at? And I'm like, okay. And then like, you know, next week and shit, the whole block playing my shit. Like, like, yo, this nigga really rap. Like, cause it was just so different back then.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? For niggas to actually do shit. And then like, you know, I came with the goddamn, you know, like the covers and shit. And they like, how you doing all this shit?
It's like you were on.
Yeah, like, I know, that's how way, you know what I mean? Like, certain motherfuckers and shit, definitely not in the city, but like in the county and shit, they was going crazy, man.
But you know what, why is it that in the hip-hop genre, we're the only musical genre we have to prove ourselves to everybody? And you know what I mean? It's like, you've talked to people, they be like, oh, rap or whatever. I'm like, they be like, oh. See, I mean, how's that little rap thing going? You know what I'm saying? They're always going to diminish what you're doing. Get you one of them clapboards from Amazon. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, I do need one of them bitches and shit. Hell yeah. Get the intern to click it, not me. Like, this nigga
So
crazy.
if you're looking for an internship, please contact Big
I
Steve.
gotta get my man on that shit.
Edible Talk Podcast.
Because, you know, I'm not savvy with all that shit, but, you know what I mean? Other people around me are. Okay.
You the talent, that's not your job. You gotta let the people, the workers do the work, man. If you rap, you gotta get signed, according to the rest of the public. Or else, you know, you just one of those people that just, everybody does it. I'm like, come on, man.
Shit crazy.
It's
man.
legitimate. It's a real career. They're making real money doing this stuff, so, you know, let us do what we do.
But who name like some of the like the known artists that you work with?
Oh man, I don't know. Name dropping. I'm not gonna. I'll tell you who I'm working with now that I'm real excited about. We got some new records coming out from Ma Barker. She's fire. She's been doing a lot of stuff, you know, up in New York.
Okay.
And now she's got a new record out with Prayer. That's Busta Rhymes' new artist. That's going to be dropping in 2-3 weeks.
Okay.
You know, real excited about that. I'm going doing some little bit of house music too.
Okay.
I'm working with Tanya Louise, DJ Blaine. You know, we're doing some mixing and whatnot, and actually starting to record and create some new tracks. I'm back to the production now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
Hey, you gotta give me one for my last album that's probably never coming out.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? My man Century, Foe, aka Century, brought out his. He got some remixes on some house stuff. Actually, it's the Baltimore Club, and it's crazy. It's crazy. The Bomb remix is ridiculous. Check for that. Matter of fact, on Afram, you're gonna see it. You're gonna hear it.
Afram.
Yeah. Afram is coming. It's back. Yes.
Yeah.
And what I like is that they are doing a little salute to all the Baltimore club music artists, and we're gonna have an actual Baltimore Club Day, which is real slick. You know what I mean? Because it's long overdue to show some respect for the club artists that really define a Baltimore sound worldwide. You know what I mean? A lot of people don't
It's
know
actual
that.
club artists.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Or is it like DJs that mix stuff together?
Well, you know, there's people singing and whatnot.
Oh,
yeah, you know.
No, I mean, you know, I'm asking,
Yeah,
like, cause
no
you know
doubt.
how the internet will think you trolling and shit. I'm just asking the fucking question because I don't be knowing.
Yeah, you'll see. You'll check out the Afram. It's gonna be, you know, it's gonna be big.
That's what's up, man. You got anything else coming? You know what I mean? Coming
Oh
soon,
man,
something?
I'm just working.
What you working on?
Just working.
Just working.
Always keep paying the bills. Working. You know what I mean?
Sheesh.
Waiting to finish up this Big Steve record. You know what I mean?
Me too. Oh,
It's
man.
coming. It's coming.
I gotta drop
it's
it
this
this
close.
year. I gotta drop it this year, man.
Oh, you got to tell people where to get it, man. At least follow you and whatnot. So
Tell people where to get it. I mean,
Yeah.
see, that's the shit that irritates me because it's like, the fuck, where you listen to your favorite artist at? You feel me? You can get me right there.
I don't know. This is true. But
You know what I mean? It ain't like back in the day and shit. Like, my shit only at
It's on
DTLR.
MySpace
You gotta go to DTLR and get my shit, you know what I'm
Facebook
saying?
we're past that now.
My shit at, you know what I mean, up on Dom and at such and such. You know how, like, back in the day, it was only like a couple stores that would really have your shit.
You know what? That was a cool time though. I'm not gonna lie. The one thing that I would wish for artists now that they're never gonna experience is the anticipation on Tuesdays.
Oh, hell
of
yeah,
records
hell
dropping.
yeah, hell
Like we
yeah.
used to go to a record store.
Actually go,
And, you know,
man.
and go there and talk to the record store owner. You know what I'm saying? Be like, yo, what's popping? What's coming out? You know, and we would go, you know, go home, take our album, pop it onto a record player.
Certain motherfuckers come out, you be waiting outside my down and shit like
waiting
that.
for it. And sit down and we just in somebody's room just bopping to it, playing a whole album.
Hell yeah.
You know, and just going through it.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, but you got so much stuff coming up now, it's hard to even check for it.
I know.
You know what I mean?
And it changed to Fridays and shit.
Yeah,
They changed from Tuesdays to Fridays.
it's all different, man. But you know,
yeah.
it's cool. It's progress. It's change. You got to embrace it. You know,
Yeah.
it's a whole different ball game. So
Different.
I'm glad that people can make music. They don't have to, you know, just give up everything they own just to make a record.
Right.
You know,
yeah.
it's there's some good and bad to that because you got a lot of stuff in the pipeline that shouldn't be there. But you know what I'm saying? But you know, but everybody got the right to express themselves. So it's a case of that's good.
I remember my first video, they wanted like $2,000 for that shit, and it was nothing really.
Bro, my first video I
Fucking
paid,
$2,000, and it looked like you recorded it on a VHS.
mine was on VHS. I paid.
You said mine was
It
on
was
VHS.
you know what? When we paid I paid $12,000
Damn.
for that first. And it never even came out. It was like,
It ain't never come out.
nah, it didn't come out. We didn't have too many, you know, venues for it. Just MTV, and they weren't playing too many independent records.
Didn't Jukebox do it?
You know what?
The box?
The box. Yeah, you go ahead and make your request, pay your $250, and wait for 3 hours for your video to come
Yeah,
on.
because all these other bitches keep on fucking ordering shit. Hell yeah, I remember them nights.
Yeah,
I remember them nights and shit. But then, like, you can see when nobody was ordering shit and your shit come right on.
yeah. You
Yeah,
know,
we
you
gotta
want to
talk about the good with the bad. You feel me? I remember
4
them
a.m.
nights.
You get your video in. You
It'll come right on.
Yep. The queue was down. So.
Man, that was the shit, man. They don't know nothing about the box
man,
and shit
the
like
box
that, man.
was real. Man.
Everything on demand now. You want to see it, you just go see it.
Yeah.
Shit, it's on YouTube. It's on, you know what I'm saying? Like, everything on demand now. We are really in that age. Nigga album dropping shit like, you know what I'm saying? Nigga like, all right, I'm waiting 12 o'clock, you just start playing the nigga album. You ain't got to go to no store.
Nope.
Yeah, all this shit is just different now.
Shit, you can make an album in 2 days and whatnot.
Real shit,
Yeah,
real shit, man.
But it's cool. Like I said, it's good. And everybody can express themselves. So
Hell yeah. Shit. Shout out to your social media, bro.
Street Legal Studios. That's what it is. I had to think about it. Street Legal Studios on Instagram. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't do a lot of social media.
Nah,
It's the first time I
neither
got
do
front of
I ain't
camera,
gonna
man.
lie.
I don't do that. I just
Neither
don't.
do I.
You know, I'll stay behind the curtain and do my thing, but
Real
yeah.
shit. But what's going on with Street Legal Radio? Is that still out, or is it
Street Legal
something
Radio
fake?
has been running faithfully for years now on automation.
It's on automation.
It's on automation.
We gonna get some more shows and shit like that?
Yeah, we're gonna bring back the live shows probably in the next 60 days.
Okay.
We're getting the new apps built right now. Yeah, we didn't update it. So they pulled it off the Play Store, so I gotta get it updated. It's happening now. And, you know, we're gonna relaunch it probably in August. That'll be about the right time. So yeah, we're looking to do that.
What's up, bro.
That's a lot of fun. And, you know, a lot of people got some exposure, so that's what the whole purpose of it is.
Oh yeah. Alrighty, man. I don't want to take up too much of your time and shit. You know what I mean? But I appreciate you coming by, man.
My pleasure, my
I
brother.
say coming by like it don't say street legal. But you know how this shit goes,
I'll
man.
be here a little bit.
Alright.
My man, good looking.